I don't got a mic. So,
I am a fucking architect. God damn it, I'm just stuck selling shit furniture because someone won't get off their fat fucking ass and help me.
Backrooms and Obsession. Both movies are killing it at the box office. I think they're still killing it. I don't know. I don't even know if they're still in fucking theaters. I'm doing this video so late. But both movies, huge major success. In fact, I think both did way better than the new Star Wars movie, which is incredible because, I mean, that Star Wars movie... Because normally Star Wars movies are huge blockbusters, I think, right? I don't think there's ever been a Star Wars movie that's flopped at the box office. Till now. I think the Mandalorian movie is just getting its ass kicked by horror movies right now, some indie horror movies, and I think that's incredible. Because I think both of these movies are awesome, and I think you both, to clarify, if they're still in theaters, you should go watch them. Because I think they're both incredible movies. I want to talk about, firstly, I really liked Backrooms. I know, like, strangely enough, I saw a lot of hate that came towards Backrooms, and I really don't get why that film got so much hate as it did. I think the story that it was trying to tell, what the movie was trying to do, in my opinion, was really successful. I really liked the set designs. I think the set designs are again, granted, a lot of the stuff I'm gonna say everyone else has said already, so fuck me, I guess. Still really confused on how the hell they managed to build all that. I think that's pretty incredible. Even the CGI with, like, where one of the characters, the little spoiler, even though the film's been out for like a couple of weeks now, so you're just a fucking dumbass. But when Mary, the therapist, looks down, like, just all the, like, when she's getting chased by Pirate Clark, when she looks down, it pretty scary, pretty like terrifying image to be in. And I feel like that's what people constantly criticize her for not running, but I feel like, I don't know, being that cautious of falling below something that is easily over 1,000 feet deep, or, like, she doesn't even know how deep it is because you don't see the bottom. Like, it could be bottomless or something. And I feel like the criticism towards her character for being dumb or slow in that decision, you try walking over that, especially because I'm pretty sure in the movie, like, where she was trying to walk away from Pirate Clark, she was on the edge. Like, there was like an edge thing when she opened the door, there was like an edge, and then like the cliff. Like, you try being in that position, alright? Alright, aside from the set design, I also think the cinematography in Backrooms is also pretty amazing. I know a lot of people, especially a lot of the Backrooms movie haters, are trying to say, there should have been more liminal spaces. I feel like, even though there wasn't like level 48 or level 8,000,100,260 or whatever, which I think it is incredible, especially with the shots that, like, when we see the furniture store, you see the sky, that looks like something that, like, people call it Dreamcore. It looks like something out of Dreamcore, pretty much. And there's a lot of those shots. Whether it's when we see Clark going to his employees, I think, his employee's house, and, like, you see how the houses are lined up, how they're painted, how they're all pretty much the same. You see, like, those types of shots, just, they're, even if you don't like the story of this film, and even if you don't like the movie just in general, you cannot tell me that the cinematography isn't good. The cinematography is amazing in this movie, and I think even when the movie did drag a little bit, because I think that is one of my big complaints with the film sometimes, is that the pacing can be a little iffy at times. I would never say I would be bored. I was bored in the movie, just because I feel like the movie was so beautiful that it was kind of captivating me into keep watching. So, beautiful, gorgeously shot movie. And as for the characters themselves, again, I don't really get the hate for because people are saying the characters are really basic as hell, which I kind of don't get. Like, obviously they're not the most complex characters in the world, but like, you don't know that much about the characters. All we know about Clark is that he's kind of an asshole to his wife, and I think this is where the Backrooms movie comes in, because it also kind of correlates with Mary's character as a whole too. Fuck you! When I watched the movie with one of my friends, she made a really, really good point about how the Backrooms movie, in some ways, like, the Backrooms itself kind of symbolizes mental health in a way, and like the degrading, like the trauma, etc. Because obviously, Clark isn't mentally happy. He's sleeping in his furniture store all day. So I think, and then Mary, obviously, with her traumatic past with her mother, and how she would never let her out. Like, both characters in some ways kind of parallel each other when it comes to that, and I think that's it's pretty. I'm spinning everywhere. I think that's pretty awesome. I think, again, I also want to say the performances in this film are also really good. None of the actors in here do a bad job. I think they all do an amazing job, a phenomenal job at the characters that they're portraying. Especially, okay, another thing people hate on the Backrooms movies for is the ending itself. I also don't really get the hate for this film. Sorry, I'm kind of jumbling all over the place, but I want to talk about the ending, where we are in, like, the kitchen scene. I think this is one of my favorite scenes in the movie, actually, because in some ways it kind of reminds me of a Meat Canyon video. I know that kind of, but it kind of does. Like, one of those more eerie, disturbing type scenes. It just heavily reminded me of those, like, Meat Canyon horror shorts, and I really, really dug it. I really dug what they were going for. I kind of wish they showed Clark's like becoming more insane on screen a little bit, because a lot of it happened off screen. But like, I still think it works. Clark's actor does a phenomenal job in this scene, where he's screaming like, "I'm a fucking architect." That was pretty cool. He didn't say it like that. I don't know why I said it. I don't know why I said it like that. But I thought that was pretty awesome. I thought that was pretty cool. I especially when he starts cutting open, like, the still life entities. That was also pretty gnarly. And I really do like Pirate Clark, which I know kind of controversial. People said that they would prefer the bacteria to be in the movie, but the bacteria is honestly one of the worst design things ever. I truly don't get the love for the bacteria design. I feel like the bacteria design is kind of boring, and also, how the hell would you even do that? I think it would just it would completely be just CGI, and I would prefer just practical effects, like Pirate Clark, for example. Plus, I also think it works just because Pirate Clark kind of reflects the degrading mental health of Clark, so I think that's also really good. This movie was made by the youngest person ever, so I think that was also pretty cool. Backrooms, if I were to give it what rating I would give it out of 10, I would probably say I would give it a 9.5 out of 10. I know I'm glazing it. I am. What are you gonna do about it? Now it's Obsession. Ooh, I fucking love Obsession. I fucking love Obsession so much. I don't even know where to start with Obsession. I know with Backrooms, this is why I'm gonna start having notes now, because I jump all over the place. I'm the worst movie reviewer of all time. Obsession is a masterpiece. Truly. It is my favorite horror movie of all time now. I think it is that good. What that movie did was phenomenal. And it wasn't even a super complex concept or, like, a story. It's pretty simple. But I think what the director does with it is just awesome. Starting off with the character Bear, which I really like I really, really love what they do with this character. You kind of start off with the film at first kind kind of sympathizing with him in a way since his cat dies. You're kind of like, oh man, I feel bad for this guy. I just said that, but anyways, like, he kind of starts off as sympathetic and not terrible, but then you realize as the film progresses, and again, you also realize this with his friends too, because his friends also really fucking suck. Like that, I don't remember his name. This guy, I kind of forgot his name. That guy really sucks because he was trying to give Bear kind of like the wrong signals about what to do with Nikki and how to hook up with her. Like I said, as the film progresses, Bear makes the wish, which pretty much takes away Nikki's consent in a way. I think the film, like, it's pretty much, Bear is pretty much a rapist in this film. No, I feel like people that are saying he's not the villain, he was misunderstood, I feel like you're pretty, if you say that, I think you are a moron, because it doesn't make any sense. He had all the opportunities in the world. Like, one scene that comes to mind is when the real Nikki comes out for a second in the bed scene, and she's like, don't wake her, she's not awake right now, but I need you to kill me. And Bear, again, I get maybe hesitating on killing someone, I get that. But Bear said, is there really anything, it was something like, does it really suck to be with me? It was something similar to that. You cannot justify that. He knew that this wasn't the real Nikki. In fact, he kept telling her, just act like the real Nikki. So the fact that people still are saying that Bear's not the villain, when the movie deliberately spells it out to you that he is, and he's pretty much sexually, I'm probably gonna have to censor some of the words, because, I don't know, YouTube, I don't know how the algorithm works, but he pretty much sexually assaults this girl. Because, spoiler alert, when he made this wish, it pretty much took all of her consent away. Like, she can't consent when she's possessed by this, like, demonic entity. So I don't get why people are saying Bear's misunderstood. It's stupid. I fucking hate the Bear defender. I went on a little tangent there. I think the people that are defending him are awful. Awful humans that are defending Bear. But I think the film also works with the awkward tension scenes where, like, Nikki and Bear are on a date. It's pretty much one of the most popular, if not the most popular scene in the movie, where she's like, no. Ooh, random cut. And I feel like that was just, especially because when Bear figures out, oh wait, she's lying, her dad isn't actually, again, also spoilers for this movie too. I think I might just put spoiler review in the title anyways. When he finds out that she lied, the entity lied about her father, I think it was about her father dying, I think it was something around that, something like that. And there's just a lot of tension in that scene, like,
what the fuck?
Oh shit. Also, another thing.
This thing is called Ruttafuck.
The lighting in this film is amazing, especially when it's Nikki under, like, just complete darkness and you only see, like, the shininess and reflectiveness of her eyes. It really makes her look really, really demonic. And
Ruttafuck.
I also really like the soundtrack. Anytime it switches from real Nikki and fake Nikki, it's kind of an interesting contrast. And I think it also kind of helps, like, differentiate. I can't say it.
I'm sorry, don't leave me. I want you here with me. I know that your love is gone.
Obviously, the acting, I think the main actress of this movie needs to hopefully gets an Oscar. I think she does an amazing job in this film. And the way her emotions just switch, instantly, the way her face, like, the way how she moves her face, it's really good, and it really makes you really, like, shit your pants. Speaking of shitting pants, that one scene where, like, she just kind of pees and takes a shit on the floor while he leaves. God, that's really fucking gross, but I think that really works in the movie's favor. And also, when Bear's trying to leave and the door's just completely taped up, and then the music just, like, drops, and it's like...
Elephant green screen effect.
I don't know. I think a lot of those types of scenes happen a lot in this movie, and I think those scenes are awesome. I also think the scene where the real Nikki comes in at the party and just starts fucking shaking her head, like starts stabbing her head, like the way that just abruptly happens and just like it just suddenly happens is really startling and really terrifying. Another thing I forgot to mention was when she made him feed him his own cat, his own dead cat, because once he opens the thing and reads like the little sticky note and he realizes it's fucking disgusting and horrifying, actually. And I also think this film does, like, because there are a lot of funny spots in this movie, where I feel like the comedic timing actually works and it doesn't take away from the tension, and I think that's awesome. Most horror movies cannot do that. So I'll give this film huge props on that, especially after he's like after he like pukes up his cat. Such a weird sentence. And he's like, "Oh yeah, it's just an inside job." I thought that was pretty funny. And obviously and honestly the saddest scene in the entire movie is the Sarah car scene. Holy shit. You know, I kind of called it. I kind of said it'd be... when I was watching the movie with one of my friends, I said, wouldn't it be funny if she just, like, came out of nowhere and just, like, stabbed her in the neck? I was right. She did come out of nowhere. But it was way more brutal than just a simple stabbing. She fucking breaks the window open with, like, a brick and just, like, bashes her head in. And, you see the practical effects of, like, her face afterwards, where her eyes just, like, almost completely out of the socket. I mean, there's not even really a socket anymore. It's just, like, her, like, face, like, it looks like a cartel video, really. It's so brutal. And especially because the rest of the movie wasn't all that brutal. It was creepy, it was unnerving, but it wasn't necessarily, gory. So when we see this much blood that comes out of nowhere, it's just so abrupt, and it really scares the shit out. It was also a really good jump scare. I kind of saw it coming, but it still got me. So I'll give the movie props. And what makes this scene sad, in my opinion, well, not in my opinion, in everyone's opinion, it should be, was that Sarah was accepted into art school. And she was killed because of Bear. Fuck Bear. I fucking hate Bear so much, and I'm glad that motherfucker's dead. Especially because the movie ends with Nikki coming back, since the wish gets r/deleted. Did I really say r/? What's wrong with me? Gets deleted. The wish gets overcome, and she comes back to her normal self, and she just sees all the chaos, like Bear dead, that one friend, that greedy ass fuck friend, also dead. She comes, like, and she just screams. And so, again, the director also came out and said that, yeah, she got arrested after this film. So it's a really tragic ending, and I think that really works with the movie's favor, because it's not a happy story. It's really tragic, and I don't know. I just love the way the movie ends abruptly. I think what the movie does is just so phenomenal. I'm 10 out of 10. I think it is easily the best horror film of this genre. I don't know, it's my favorite horror movie now. It's just it's so good. It's so good. You have to watch it. Please watch it. Please watch it. And that kind of wraps up my thoughts on both of these movies. A little double review here. I love both of these movies. Both tomorrow, or I don't know when this is getting uploaded, on Friday, I'm watching the new horror film Leviticus, the gay one. So I can't wait. I can't wait to watch that one, and hopefully also give a positive review too, because I think horror has been kind of cooking recently with these really, really good indie movies. So yeah, that's about it. See ya.
What the fuck?